If I ever have a kid, for some reason, that's the one thing I'll try and really teach them.
Is that it's okay to be disliked?
That it's really okay being disliked. It goes guarantees in life, death, taxes. You will be disliked. They forget that one in the.
Yeah.
Episode 43
of the Bubbies Boys Presents podcast.
Wait, Bubbies Boys Presents podcast?
I don't know.
Bubbies Boys podcast.
Bubbies Boys podcast. I'm Brando Jokes.
I'm Ariel and Comedy.
I'm Max.
I'm Max.
He's just Max.
Look at Max.
Just Max.
Check out Max's podcast.
The world's last podcast.
Yes. Now back to us.
That was cool. We should do more of that.
That's nice.
Check out Max's podcast, World's Last Podcast, and back to
us, like
Nice.
old school radio. Diane, I just shat on your car.
You're now listening to the Bubbies Boys podcast.
If you spoke like that with that weird, like, "Wah," we would sound like, today on sports, the Raptors win.
That's pretty good.
that's pretty good.
All three
The Raptors went 45-0, a record-breaking win.
I don't think you understand sports.
I don't know.
That made no sense.
Shut up.
45-0 wins? Like
45 and a record-breaking win? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know, dude.
You guys see any good?
Dude, I don't even watch sports.
You guys watch any good porn lately?
Buddies,
I was going to say movies.
Holy shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Any recommendations for the audience at home?
Put it right here. You wouldn't show Coke Dance, but here's some porn.
That's so funny. Yeah, if anyone wants, just hit Max's DM. Ask.
Yo.
Max has a list.
Yeah.
Yo, you should see my Google Keeps, bro.
Look. Yeah.
Jokes
So
and
do you wanna
porn in
see-
there.
Do you want to fucking... Okay. Do you want best porno recommendations?
Sure.
Okay. I don't know.
So weird.
You want some like old school?
Yeah, sure. I'm not going to watch any of this.
Yo, Naomi Banks, dude. Fucking best in the game.
Put a picture of Naomi right here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Best in the game?
Boom.
What makes her the best in the game?
Big tits, fat ass.
Do you ever pay for it?
No.
So she's not the best in the game.
No, probably not. She's retired.
You just jag it to a retiree. Here's an ethical.
Yeah.
Here's an ethical question for you. Do you guys know August Ames?
Yeah.
She's dead.
Yeah, I remember this.
She
Yeah.
committed suicide. Are you allowed to still jag it to a porn?
I mean, dude, I don't think any porn is really ethical.
I tried to do.
I mean, on the line of ethical.
I've been trying to do rule number 4 from last episode.
Oh, yeah, just keep
this is off the rails, guys. Like, I tried to take a little power this episode, and now we're doing porn recommendations and jerking off to dead people. Yes, it's allowed. It's weird, but you can
The
do
Bubbies Boys podcast.
This is what you're going to do
so
now?
much better
Is
now.
this what-
Can you jerk off to August Ames? Absolutely. She
Should I?
was a master
Should
of
I?
her. She was a master of her craft.
No, he
Should
didn't-
I?
Okay, he didn't say that. He
She
said,
was a master of getting railed.
He said, "Can you jerk off to dead people?" Like that was the example. Was the porn star?
No.
But
No,
anyone
like her
dead,
specifically.
Can you jerk off to August Ames? Yes or no? Yes.
should you?
Should you?
Have I? Yes.
When did she
Will
die?
I do it again? Yeah, absolutely.
How old-
Absolutely yes.
There's a whole podcast
Did
on
she
it.
die from porn?
Yeah, she got like blacklisted and then it.
Well, no, she got bullied real hard.
Because she said, I'm not going to repeat it. It was
Well,
bad.
no. Well, was it no. What happened is that she was supposed to do a scene with another porn star. I don't know his name, but he had been doing gay porn as well.
Yeah, we definitely don't know
And
his name.
she didn't feel comfortable doing that, and then she went publicly out with a statement, and she got fucking.
And no, but then what did she
She
say
got-
after that? You're forgetting. She made it worse for herself.
Oh, I have no idea.
She then also said, "Yeah, listen, I wouldn't do it if a black guy just did a bunch of scenes unprotected." And then
Really?
wah, wah, wah. Yeah, I listened to a whole podcast on her.
Oh
death.
my God! All
Yeah,
right.
I
Well,
got-
I don't know. Well, she was gonna get some hate. I don't know if
Yeah.
she.
Yeah,
So did she get-
suicide's a bit. Suicide's a bit much.
Did she
gotta
get
say-
murdered or did she kill herself?
So
I gotta say that's a cocky porn star. It's like, look, you don't have anything. You're so secure. You're secure as a porn star. You're not trying to find validation. Get the
yeah.
fuck out of here.
When you said cocky porn star, I thought of like a bukkake porn star. But
that's actually very funny for a porn star. I'm the cocky porn star, and he's just got.
aren't they all?
He's like, I got 24 dicks.
Dude, fat cocks.
If you had a little dick and
Dude.
you were a confident porn star, like, yeah, I'm micro-peen, just like.
Dude, just his style is what we like. His confidence.
His confidence.
Tiny dick.
So this is your goal, guys. We clean the name up, and now the content's just like
Okay, we did like 4 minutes. Relax.
Yeah.
smut.
What do you want it then? You
Smut.
bring a topic.
Go
I
ahead.
don't know. I'm all confused and rattled.
Hit us with the topic,
I
Brandon.
got nothing.
Off the dome.
I can't
freestyle.
go past. It's like when you go to a comedy show and you see like a musical comic, and then someone goes up. That's how it feels right now. How do I go after dead people porn?
With material.
That's what I do.
He's got to run a bit.
All right. What's in your new bit, Brandon?
No, we're not doing bits.
All right, fine.
No.
All
But
right.
like,
Okay, you want to work a bit?
no, I don't want to work a bit. I thought it was
No.
funny because you said the last episode, the power of four, that's the fourth power. And I've been working this bit that I want to bring that's just like, everyone just needs to shut up a bit more. And I just thought it was so funny just to be like, yeah, you know what your problem is? Shut up. And then you did that. And now I'm like, oh shit. Like, I
gotta listen to
tried
my
to
own
be
thing.
funny.
Yeah.
And then you were just like, no, this guy was like serious.
Shut up.
And it was just like, oh.
I really thought it was like a Jordan Peterson thing,
What?
where it was like, here's the 48 rules of power.
No.
This is how you survive in this cruel, cruel world.
Make your bed,
like I'm
fuck
chip-
like a lobster.
I'm chipping away at your souls as I tell you these rules.
No,
I think
I
what's
don't really
happening-
believe in a soul.
I think what's happening right now is that we both.
Do you believe in a soul?
I feel like I'm chipping away at your mental health.
Yeah.
No, but it's like when we started this podcast.
It wasn't
there
doing
was
great before he got here.
But there
don't
was
worry.
no club yet. We
Yeah.
started the podcast first. So for a
In the
while,
pandemic.
the club was like, or the podcast was our baby. And like, yeah, sometimes it doesn't get the attention like the club does. But
It
to
gets
us,
way more now that we got these dope ass clips.
But to us, you know what I'm saying? Like this was our like yeah, the club's a big deal, but like this is a big deal to us. If people did
Max
start
is
listening
looking.
to
Max
this-
has lost all interest. He's just staring at the ceiling.
No, there was someone on their balcony and they were like looking directly at me as I did this. I was like, to be honest, I just look like a fucking insane person who just is sitting with
Sitting
their microphone.
with four
'Cause
cameras
they can't see
surrounding
you.
you.
Yeah, they can see 4 cameras.
They can't see
They
me.
can
That's
see the
funny.
cameras
They
facing
can't
the
see
other
you
way.
guys. You guys aren't
They
on
can't see
display.
that from
No,
there.
can't see us at all.
Sorry, what were you guys saying?
Yeah, we don't know.
just
It was so
pouring our
funny watching.
feelings
It
out,
was so
Max.
funny watching him get so distracted.
Yeah.
He's like, ah.
What are we talking about?
Like
we were pouring.
they like took a drag of their cigarette and they like looked down at me and they're like,
Millennials.
It's because the pod, as much as we make I make jokes that no one listens. I've actually enjoyed this, and then when we bring you in, it's like I see this guy so much at work. We're like, this is nice, and like we have poker, but like this is so for
This
us.
is nice.
This is like a catch up. It's like, hey, anything bothering you this week? Hey, anything going on? And then to have people be like, hey,
Anything
you guys
going
are
on,
funny.
Brandon?
Moving in with Ash in a fucking month.
"How are
Yeah,
you,
he's
are you
moving.
excited?"
I'm excited because she's dope, but like it's kind of. I guess I can ask
You
for advice.
nervous?
You've both lived with women. What happens when I just like, yesterday you punched a door? I don't want to punch a door. How do I not punch a door?
Well,
I mean, he don't have his rage problems.
Don't we all have kind of rage
I have
problems?
rage problems. Yeah.
nah.
I just
See,
don't want to like.
I've never hit anyone.
I don't.
Except
plan
for
on
in high
hitting-
school, I kicked the shit out of people. I was a scrapper.
I never beat any
now,
difficulties.
but now,
Now
like,
as an adult, I've never
Yeah.
beat up anyone.
Yeah, I've
Except
never-
this one guy, and he fucking deserved
I'm not
it, man.
worried about. I'm also worried about little things where it's just like. It's not even that. It's just it's the next chapter. It's like the way it's going. The club's been open for a year. We have almost a full worth of this pod. We're at the point now where you're part time on your job, so it's like it's kind of surreal. That's all.
Come to the club so I can be full time there.
Like the big conversation about the first episode that we got into was just the whole changing the name, but like we're actually getting support now. And I know it sounds ridiculous to say out loud, but like the only thing that's holding us back are us, and not necessarily you because you do your thing, but like Bubbies boys. The only thing holding Ariel and me back at this point is like us.
yeah.
Where it's like little things. Where
And
it's
the
like,
system.
no, but it's like we were like, oh, we should change the podcast name, and like literally both
Fuck
of
the
us were
system,
like, I don't
dude.
want like for weeks, like months, even half. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't know, just little things. It's little growth. So this is. I'm looking forward to the rest of my life.
It's counterintuitive to how I live my life. I live my life by the simple guiding principle that I'm just believing in myself now. I like who I am.
Good.
If you don't like me, that's a you problem. I'm fun.
See, I
Watch me juggle. No,
I make jokes about this that we like, but for me recently, I don't know what it is, but it's like I kind of care. I don't care what people think about Brando, but it's like little things where you guys know me. I'm outrageous. I'm to quote Marty, I'm so in the moment. Who knows what's going to come out of my mouth? And then recently, since like the year and the Mike Rita coming in, I'm like, it's like for a comedian, I'm taking things very seriously. That's all.
I do go between that sometimes in my head where I'm like, do I take all of this too serious for a job that isn't.
Or
It's
a
meant
life.
to be a life
Or a
that's meant.
lifestyle that we pick is so not serious.
Yeah.
Why am I this like? I hang out with you guys. I'm the serious one. I came in yesterday. You guys were fixing the lights. You were making jokes on the stage. As soon as you both saw me, you were like, "Oh, it works," and stopped having fun. And it's like, that's why we picked. Maybe
We
not
didn't
on
stop
purpose.
having
I don't
I'm just saying
remember
that that's the career we picked. Is it's like fun all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like, why is everything?
Well, you can't have
serious?
fun all the
It's
time.
not
You,
fun all
you
the
can't
time.
have fun all the time. That's
See, here's the
insane.
thing: is that you have to like minimize the amount of, like, you have to figure out what fucks to give. You have to really be calculated as to
Someone read a Mark Manson book.
what
You
is
know,
that.
Mark, Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. That's literally the premise of the book.
Oh, really?
Is picking
Pick and
where
choose
to
your fucks.
pick and choose your fucks.
Oh shit! I never.
That's the whole book. You summed
is
it
it
up
called?
in Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Oh shit! All right,
Yeah.
we'll put it right there.
Mark Manson.
It's like what he said. to
Not
me
a
about
great
my brain.
book. Read his blog. Much better. Anyway.
That's what you said about my brain, where you're like, take the positive and negative
dude,
things to keep in
Dude,
check.
I dialed back the amount of since like September, October. I've given a concerted effort of dialing back the amount of fucks that I give by like probably 25%.
You're doing good, but sometimes you give the wrong fucks.
Yeah, I know.
I've
gotten
seen it.
better.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he
I
has gotten
know.
better.
I've gotten better,
Like a lot better.
but I do give.
Yesterday, that's what we were talking about.
The energy that I give to certain problems that I have that I can't really. But here's the thing: is that the fucks that I gave about that led to me putting effort into trying to gain ground in other aspects.
Yeah, and
it's like that works, but it's like it's just the mental gymnastics of this industry is so fucked.
I've been. I think a lot. This is gonna sound so strange, but I think a lot about Djokovic. You know Djokovic?
Djokovic.
He's the tennis player,
Yeah,
right?
the Joker.
He's won. Like he is so cool under pressure. Like it's insane. Like he's won so many titles because he can somehow
Keep
be
his cool.
mentally robust in the most challenging position, and that's all we're trying to do.
That's why Tiger Woods was so great.
It's
Same
just
thing.
that learning that skill. If like I can't do it yet fully, you know what I mean. But once we nail that, but
Mental robustness is like
Mental
that's a
robustness.
big thing.
It's like you said earlier with me. It's like I'm fine most of the time, and then I just have this defensive thing that shows up, and it's just like, what? Why am I killing my own buzz? Like,
yeah,
I run a comedy club. I get to work with my best friends. Like, why can't I just?
We were talking about this in the car. It's always the same things that cause it. Always, you feel bad about yourself. You feel shame. You feel guilt. You feel shitty. And when we feel shitty as people,
We lash out.
this
we react. We don't
you're
respond.
like, I'm not a bad person. Fuck. Like,
Yeah.
when really it's like, oh, were we calling you a bad person? Is that what we were saying? No, that's what you're hearing. Yeah, I'm.
Yeah,
I'm
it's a lot of
guilty that.
self-talk.
Yeah, you're coloring in the lines basically.
It's like usually like there's that reaction, but then there's also like there's like lenses that you have. Like one of my lenses is mainly catastrophization,
Oh, I'm a big one of
where
this.
it's like I'll immediately think like worst case scenario or like worst possible. Like it's like, oh man, why didn't I do, like, why didn't this happen? It's like, it's because everyone's out to fucking get me. And it's like, that's not the case, though. It's just your initial thought, and it's like,
It's
always...
funny to picture a lot of people out to get you, though.
Yeah,
like
but
just
it's like-
a gang of them outside your house,
just
like,
like,
like
fucking
at the end of
Max
the day-
Sheldrick in there.
At the end of the day, who cares? That's
Yeah,
the whole
that's-
big thing. Where it's like,
I'm reading a book right now called "The Courage to Be Disliked."
Okay, all right.
isn't this also your new bit?
Yeah, that's where I wrote it. Just because I was reading this book, but it's like, it is. It's the if I had ever have a kid, is he staring at you again?
There's like a person walking their dog, and they like looked in there while like picking up shit, and like I'm the weird one. Like,
Well, today I saw a guy ask someone else for their dog shit.
That's the weird. Why?
I was walking past the dog park, and the guy was like, "Can I take that for you?" And I was like, "Why?" She gave it. She was like, "Yeah, sure." I
Maybe
was like,
he wants tips.
I was like,
weird.
Do you get tips at the dog park?
I don't know.
He had a dog, so
So
That's
I'm
not-
making my own manure.
I like how you're like he had his own dog. You're like that's not better.
No, but like like he's just collecting other people's dog shit.
He's got to go to the
Right.
vet. He's giving other dog shit to
Yeah.
the vet.
But we were talking about something.
we were talking about the courage of not giving.
Oh,
the
courage that.
being
If I ever have a kid, for some reason, that's the one thing I'll try and really teach them.
is that it's okay to be disliked.
That it's really okay being disliked. It goes guarantees in life, death, taxes. You will be disliked. They forget that one in the.
Yeah. Look, that's something that my friend, people, one of my friends, Chris, he constantly drives that. He's like, not everyone's gonna like you. Like you can't. And I want to be liked as much as all of us do. Every comic wants to be liked. That is the driving force behind every one of us.
And then the problem is when we get I say this sometimes. You ever notice you can do a set crush for 100 people, but you'll notice that one fucking guy who's just sitting there like,
yeah, it's a nightmare.
It's insane.
Like I said, mental head games.
Yeah,
He's
here on purpose.
Yeah, he's
my
here.
ex-girlfriend sent him.
He's here to fuck with me. He knows that this means a lot to me.
It's just weird. It's just weird how much we care about the things. Like at the end of the day, the reason we've all gotten so much better is we just treated it like life. Like we just put our blinkers on and we were just like, let's go, let's do it. We treated it like going to the gym, treated it like going to a job, and then now you've installed new 5 minutes, and it's like the club
every month.
busier, and it's
every month new 5 minutes from us.
Yeah. So if you
us three and our friends,
the regulars,
every comic at Backroom Comedy Club should be putting out a new 5 minutes every single month, and then those comics will become. Like every one of those newer comics will develop so much fucking faster.
But even look at us. Look at it was very impressive to see. I didn't see your whole one, but for you coming brand new material with already having solid 8 minutes. I was quoting your shit last night to Ash. Your whole the token white guy stuff. I thought it was fucking hilarious.
That one's still that one's kind of
it's good.
That one's 3 weeks old.
It's a good. It's the fact that you have a joke with legs in 3 weeks.
Yeah, but it's I can have a joke with legs. First time I try it, but it's
you still gotta work it.
That's because constantly I'm always writing down material, and then I kind of figure out, you kind of develop a filter in your mind of what will work slowly but surely. But there's also stuff that I'll try first time, and it's gonna bomb hard. But then over time you work it enough where it's that's a great
You need
bit.
to hear it out loud.
Yeah, the roofer bit. That one fucking bombed hard.
Really?
yeah.
That one ate some shit.
I find most of the time when I have the thought that's gonna work on stage, that will work. The first time I tell it works.
Yeah.
And then generally from there, it goes up and down and all over the place.
If I have the patience and I can take pen to paper and I could literally write everything out and have aha moments and have this little playing with action figures but with pen, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I find that it does well. But for me to then now do that, either keep that process going or to keep working that bit. You saw the Christmas bit. Yeah. I did one joke once, it murdered. I haven't told it since, but all it took was for 4 hours I was up writing.
Well, here's the thing about when
for 6 minutes
with new fives with new fives with new fives every month, you will have a new bit that works out of the gate for a week. And then it'll stop working because you don't have that new bit energy, and it's not exciting to you, and it doesn't really relate to you. And then you realize that that's not really authentic to who you are. So and then you slowly start to figure out what is authentic to you, what does make sense for you to say.
Yeah. Well, it's even little things too, where if we keep this up, you see us on the weekends, we'll probably end with a banger, maybe start with a banger. But if we're continually writing this much, and remember the big conversation with Bob and Weave, after my showcase, yes, no, you're right. I do like that I have that technical side of me, but I do the Bob and Weave is where it's at.
What's your current the bit you're excited for?
Pedophile hunters.
Yeah, that's a good bit.
Not any of them right now.
None?
No one.
Yeah, that's a bit of a problem.
Yeah, I'm kind of in a weird space right now where it's I want to sell tickets. It's not getting in the way of the jokes, but it's fucking with my brain.
Yeah.
You know?
Is that camera still on?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
It's
that one just died, but I still got this.
Because it's the anniversary weekend we did great. There's no doubt we did great, but it's okay, so we see the effort and we have help, we have whatnot, but it's it's this weird thing going on where it's I want you guys to write good Google reviews, but I also don't give a fuck. But I do. That's the problem. It's not.
Yeah, it's a fine dance because we need them to help grow it, but really I find when we just focus on what the initial goal was. / money is the side effect of our goal.
But the whole tell two friends to tell two friends, it's it's hard when they get there, and even I could not be there. You could even be go for a walk, do this. It's just something about the pride I have at that place where I don't know. It's a weird. I'm sure I'll get through it.
Yeah.
It's just right now it's hard where you're new 5 minutes, do this, and it's guys, we want 30 people in there every night. That's not even what we want. We want
50,
120 people in there every night. But right now we want 30 to get to this next. And it's not the weekends aren't that. It's just I don't know.
Yeah. Well, course, you want the business to go well.
But it is. That's the scary part too. Is that
It is going well.
we live this lifestyle where we don't have to answer to anyone. Where it's like this feeling like I was scared to tell you about changing the name.
Yeah.
And it's like
you
why?
don't have to be.
Like I'm not a yes man. Like the reason we became friends is that I'm Brando. When we get like like I do my thing and then I get so worried. It's like I don't like I just
What did I say today?
What?
What was? Do you remember what I said? I was like, my role within all of it is letting you guys just do what you're good at.
Oh yeah.
which is be
Facilitator.
hilarious.
Just go do, just
facilitate.
go do, and I will patch and clean and
Yeah.
make sure it's
Like what I'm
aligned and.
What I've realized this last week is that like I'm not alone. Where it's like I take so much pressure on myself that place needs to be full. Where it's like Fridays, Saturdays, and now Sundays, Thursdays. Like I run myself with you, but we run ourselves 7, 8, 9 shows that like we're doing okay. And then now it's the pressure of everyone else where it's like you guys.
Last weekend I had to remind him if we only did one show a night, we would have been sold out.
Every weekend we would have been sold. For like
sold
literally
out.
for the last 6 months, 9 months, we would have been sold out.
But that's not what we're up to.
Yeah.
Right?
But then it's things too where it's like I'm not going to drop anyone's names, but like yesterday we had some showrunners that were like, "We tried." It was like, no, one of you tried for a week, and
Barely,
you,
2
and
days,
You, and you
3
brought
days.
the minimum people in.
Yeah.
So if you both tried that minimum, you would have brought in 10 people.
It's
which
hard.
over
It's
the
the
10
hardest
would have been
thing.
a full house over the week.
It is the hardest thing to try and convey. Is like in my head, we're just trying to save these people time. That's all I'm trying to
But
do.
that's the problem is we can't save you effort.
Yeah, it takes effort.
That's
That's
all it
it.
takes. But it takes
That
all of
is
your effort.
It. There's nothing that brings people other than that.
That's it.
What effort? That's up to you.
And then I take it personally when it's just like I'm not like I see you guys do your job, but I take it personally when it's like I put in all this effort, and like that's where me and you used to fight. Where I was like, oh, I do more, and you're like, no, you don't. And then I would like now I know you like me. I'm not worried about you.
Yeah.
But now it's that we have the monthlies. It's like, hey guys, like we gave you these monthlies because I can't do this. Like I could.
We could
That's why I get
literally put on
angry,
every show.
But it's like I don't want to be the one guy responsible for bringing the majority of people in this room. That's just a lot of pressure.
But I think the realization is, for me, within that is it is our responsibility at the end of the day. It's our business.
But then it's little things too. That's why I don't feel bad. Where if someone's like, "Hey, can I get a spot?" and it's like, "No, I'm going to do 15 tonight." Like, I'm sorry you don't like it, but like I love Mike Rita, and I'm glad we got to give him a half hour because he's the best. But for the amount of work I put in, like it was just. For like a guy,
And then, but then again, it's like there's elements.
But I
within
learned.
that.
But I learned by watching and like.
No, I'm saying there's things, other elements you could have learned within that. Like we didn't have to give out that many spots.
But there's also things we learned too, where like there's a lot of people I reached out to that wouldn't have come if it was a Bubbies Boys event. But they came because it was a Mike Rita event.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I just brought awareness to who was performing. That's all. Like so, it's
so good, man.
the best.
He's
if
great.
you get a chance right now,
Phenomenal.
last
Put him
episode
here.
we shouted out
Mike
Jared
Rita?
Campbell. This episode,
Mike
shout out Mike
Rita.
Rita.
Yeah. That's great.
New segment, comedians you should check out.
Yeah.
3 episodes ago, it was Max Sheldrick.
Yeah.
2
And
episodes
it's always
ago.
Max Sheldrick. Check that fucker out. That one, right? Zoom in on your face, right here.
Hey Max, are you promoting anything right now?
Ooh.
Your podcast.
Yeah.
Remember
podcast.
this comes out in 4
the
weeks.
the world's last podcast. Also, by
Your
the
show.
time.
Also, leave a comment.
What on the Midnight Society?
Well, I don't
There's
know.
no
No.
material.
Leave a comment, like, share.
Share. Please. Thank you
I've
for
been
your feedback.
Brando.
We changed the
Jokes.
name. My name is Ariel Comedy, and this is the Bubbies Boys podcast.
That's Max Sheldrick, and it all starts with a follow.
Starts with that follow.
Press the button.
Push it.